Okay, Gavin, pair of losses against teams that you probably circle on the calendar, like, teams you got to take care of. Just what do you think has gone wrong these past two matches?
Well, it would definitely separate the two matches. Last week was an abomination and nowhere near what we want or what we expect and what we demand. We were very, very clear about that. This one, it's tough. We give away an early goal. We need to be tighter there and a little bit more locked in. But we know that this team, they thrive on that. And I thought, going down to 10 men obviously changes the game. I thought we were still proactive and good with the ball. I'd like to see us be a little bit more dangerous when we got into the final third, and just in terms of service and half chances, because they're going to pack it in. We knew that they were going to pack it in. They don't care if they have the ball, and they're going to play long. So, even down to 10 men, we had moments, didn't fall, and it's, game of inches. But I can't fault the effort and the commitment and the attention to detail. I can, say week in, week out, we seem to get the tough end of some refereeing decisions. Referees quick to give a yellow card for diving, but misses a complete penalty that the rest of their staff is talking about after the game. So, look, it's a tough one. It's a game of inches, and when stuff goes against you, it's tough. But I can't fault the guys and their commitment and their effort tonight.
You were vocal even on last week's broadcast, telling people to send it long. Tonight, I was watching you a lot of frequently sending the arm long. Just what can you say about the execution, and what is it that you wanted them to do?
We need to be aggressive. I thought, especially last week, we were just very too casual and playing in our end and not looking to get in and attack the other team. I think we're very, very tough to play against when we're direct, and we have to force opposition to hold more defenders back, and it opens up the game for us. But we don't get those moments unless we're aggressive and getting forward and forcing teams to defend us. We're much better when we're playing in that end.
You mentioned getting the short end of some refereeing decisions. Tonight we had referees seemed to lose control of the game a little bit, started handing out yellow cards. What was sort of that perspective from you and the team?
It's ridiculous. It's insanity. Like, okay, you're gonna give a soft red, soft second yellow to a guy that's getting trampled. Fine, whatever. But then looking and giving a yellow card for a dive and then missing a penalty. It's just every week it seems like the control of these matches is getting less, and you can't talk to these guys, and they're quick to give out yellow cards if you're even questioning decisions. We've had phantom VAR decisions that earlier this year, stuff that this is the first time I'm talking about it, and I don't want to continue to harp on it, but it's not even close. It's not even close to the standard, and it's not close to what those guys deserve. So,
how did the red early at halftime change the halftime talk and approach?
Yeah, it changes a lot, because we're talking about ways that we can get on the front foot a little bit and still have stability. And then when you lose a man, now you have to be very careful with how you choose to attack and the spaces that you're giving up. So I thought we did a great job of managing that. We didn't give up too much in the second half, a man down, and we were able to stay in their end and create chances and generate chances. Just nothing really clear cut for us.
Talk about the usage of Dwyer and Johnny Rodriguez, substituting the one for the other.
Yeah, today we went with our normal 3-4-3/5-2-3. Thought Dom had been working in and doing well and had earned a start. So I thought him in his movement, being tough to play against, the ability to have one start and one come off is big for us, obviously. And then there'll be times, hopefully as we able to switch things up, that we can see them both at the same time.
Can you speak a little bit more about how you guys play? You gave a goal in the fourth minute, which is never a good thing, but you held them after that. So can you talk about some of the positives you saw from the game tonight?
Lots of positives. I thought we were good with the ball. I thought we didn't give up anything in transition too much. Obviously you start off giving away a fourth-minute goal, and against a team like that, like we talked about earlier, they are very content to just kind of sit in and kick balls away, and they don't need the ball necessarily. So when you're trailing, you've got to live off of half chances and ways to pull them out of their box a little bit. And I thought we had some good moments. We'd like to create a little bit more, but it's again tough when you're down to 10 men and they still have a real threat and on the counter.
So you've been in the top half of playoffs for like last couple months. Now you're kind of in the bottom half, which might lead to you guys might not having a home game. How important is it? I mean, how do you feel about when you got this chance to actually host the home game here, a home playoff game, and having that chance to maybe slip away a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's really tight right now, right? Before this game, we had a chance to move up into second or third place, and next week's not going to necessarily change anything. It's tight, and we'd love to host a home game. We want to do that for sure. Every game is going to be, a war from here on out, and we want to finish as high as we can. So that's not going to change the goal. The goal is to finish as strong as we can from here on out. Hopefully, we get that home playoff game and maybe a little bit more.
A couple of very different losses today and last week, but how do you adjust the team looking forward to against the Cardinals, the message that we're giving them the days leading up to the next week?
I think today is an acceptable loss. There's never really acceptable losses, but you know what I'm saying there. I thought we did the right things in terms of the effort, the game plan. It was a bad bounce and a poor goal that we give up in the fourth minute, and we have to chase. And then obviously we've been ad nauseum about the red card. The week before that, we know is something that we need to guard against. We've I think happened twice now where we've come off of very big wins and then gone to the East Coast and not put in the effort or necessarily the commitment and the sacrifice that's needed. We've discussed that. Hopefully we are past that now and continuing to push. I think there's a lot to grow on from this game, especially how we played with the man down. So I don't think I think you guys are going to come out of here more confident and ready to go next week.
Go ahead. Okay, you mentioned you guys kind of like relying back on that base 3-4-3 formation. During some previous poor runs of form, we saw that switched up a bit. Are you planning to kind of ride with that going forward, or do you think there could be maybe some tactical shifts?
There'll be some tactical shifts. There'll be some stuff that we continue to put in. We've got some guys back in. We've obviously got some new guys into the roster, and as we continue to blend and get them in, it'll give us a little bit more versatility in how we attack. There was times tonight when we pushed and we played in four and we pushed into the midfield, and we'll continue to do that. As we see the benefits.
Yeah, last time we talked, it was after that New Mexico game, and you guys have proven you can hang with the top teams in the league. I think you guys have beaten the top 5-6 teams in the league, but you haven't been able to put these bottom teams away the last couple seasons. Just why do you think that is?
I think the league is tough, and if you take your foot off the gas and for a second, you can be humbled really quickly. We're continuing to build on our culture and consistency, and that's one of the things. It's one thing to get the wins, and then it's another thing to continue to get the wins, and then also win those matches you should have. So we're continuing to build on our mentality, our focus, and a lot of positives, and making sure that we see the pitfalls as well. Not getting too ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, like we talked last time. The question was, is this team playoff ready? Just what do you think needs to happen for this team to be playoff ready?
I think we need to just make sure that we bring some of those baseline culture things that we have. We've talked about it completely: our competition, our fight, our attention to detail, and our selflessness, and making sure that our resiliency. When we played with that, we've usually done really well. It's those moments when we've let ourselves down, when we've tended to struggle. So I think the guys see that, and it was a good performance tonight, and nothing to feel bad about. I think we'll come back in, we'll regroup, and ready to push.
Yep.
How do you feel about the challenge of integrating new players into the lineups? Inistera, for instance, is in his first start. You've got other new players coming in.
Yeah, but I mean, they're good character guys. It's been pretty seamless, been pretty easy. They've been asking a lot of questions. They've been involved with the group. They've asked and taken on and all the little tactical details. They've stayed after to get more clarity and make sure that they've kind of come up to speed quickly. So I thought Jose Luis did really well tonight in his first real start with the group, and so we'll continue to blend with both him and Baca coming in as well and getting Dom more minutes and as we go forward.
And then up next, you're on the road to Hartford, next door to Rhode Island, where similar to today, you had placed on top, but you were to ground out the results. So what are you looking forward to in the preparation for this game in the East Coast?
Yeah, I mean, another one where it's a team that's going to be hungry. They're also playing for playoff position as well. We'll deal with with the travel, and we know that we need to make sure that the energy and the focus is right when we start the match out there, so that we can continue to push for a good result. But the start's going to be crucial for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.